All of our decisions around engineering were subjective, and that, for me, left a big gap.
I think the challenge often was reconciling the money we were putting in versus the value or output that we were getting out.
Previously, I'd have to go to different delivery leads or different principal engineers and ask them to get me this kind of data manually. So it was a long feedback loop before Bilanc.
Bilanc makes a big difference because it pulls together the output change, so the GitHub activity and Jira kind of activity that helps us understand what we've delivered and by whom. It reconciles it with the financial data about the size and cost of our different teams.
It gives us the ability to measure our engineering output or productivity.
So it's been super useful for building really easy to discern kind of graphs and data that helps us make quick decisions about whether or not we should put money in certain areas.
We did have one situation with a guy who managed to use about 640 million tokens in a month, which is outstanding, maybe terrible, I'm not quite sure. But essentially, Bilanc allowed me to identify the outlier and get an understanding for why they were consuming so much inference, which essentially was due to some knowledge gaps within the team, which now I'm able to help remediate. I never would have known about that if it wasn't for Bilanc making that data really accessible.
We're in a disruptive time period with new technologies, AI.
And so there's always pressure to go faster and to understand what our engineering teams are delivering.
So for us, actually, it's great to work with a partner that can meet us at that rate of change.
When we started working with Sam, we were giving him suggestions on different features we wanted to see in the product. And he would say, sorry, it's going to take us a while to get it in, maybe a day or two before we have something for you to view. And in enterprise world, that's incredibly quick. Essentially, having them coming in, resetting what quick looks like as a vendor is quite infectious for us as well as an engineering team.
We've become a partner to them rather than just a vendor. Of course, we have our product which they use that gives them insights into what's going on with their engineering team, but we've built a lot of features with them, helping them to do Claude Code and AI tools rollouts, using our data and building custom machine learning models to essentially understand the different clusters of their engineers and actually measure what the impact of that is across their engineering teams.
They're continuing to develop the product, they're listening to our customer feedback, and they've been really supportive and allowed us to understand our engineering organization in a way we never could before.
If you're making decisions on investment and you're doing that without a data layer like Bilanc, you're going to be in a disadvantage.
Now I can just go into Bilanc, I can click a few buttons and I can see the report. It's just made my life so much easier.